Guys, I got a giant centipede crawling out my basement wall. I don't have time for this. Come here, little guy. He ran away. Oh no, do I have teleport? Did I pick teleport? My rank duel is coming. Yeah, I did pick teleport. Oh god. Okay. My rank duel is coming. But he's not here yet. That's nice. Well, I guess teleport will synergize with this now, so that's good. Welcome to the stream, everybody. My rank partner is going to come very soon. He said he just needs to finish up some homework, and he will be here. And hopefully I can play some coordinator today, because I kinda hope they're gonna ban mercenary, because I don't want to play mercenary. Just rush the rescue. Now that it came after half, all that matters is we rush it. Bro, where'd she go? Stop playing games with me, Enchantress. Really? That was inside the pallet. Okay. That pallet's got a super big hitbox then. Ah, suck. I have Trump card with teleport. This is so stupid. It's like the stupidest thing ever. Oh yes, this is the pinnacle of skill right here. The survivor doesn't even know how to use pallets. They just use their ability and think they can keep running. I mean, like, we could have ran over here. What are these pallets for then? These are pretty solid pallets. Well, the one next to that tiny boat is. The other one, really, you need. I have literally no time to react to that. That is so stupid. That is so stupid broken. That is so stupid broken. The fact that I don't even have time to react to that. How is that considered balance? How is that considered balance if I don't even have time to look away? I think this guy uses self-revive. Enchantress is over there. Oh, she's using pallets now. Maybe look at that, guys. Yeah, he used the self-revive. That was a good play by me. Let me award myself a medal for that play. Okay, for those of you people in my painter guide that said you can just look away, no, you can't just look away. You can't look away because then you don't know where the painting is. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Just going in, and I lagged, so he's going through walls. The fact that you people who think you can just look away and it's that simple. Dude, playing Hunter against Painter the past few days has made me realize how much of a pathetic scumbag people who use Painter are. How much those people who use Painter are. They're just a bunch of pathetic scumbags. That's literally all they are. I have zero respect for this kind of person, and I'm no longer going to be playing Painter. And I just keep lagging. You know, you gotta love when I keep lagging. That is the best part of these streams. When my mom turns on the TV and I no, you don't even get dungeons for that. Absolutely unacceptable. I hate painters. Can't believe I made a video on him. What have I become? Okay. Miki's here now. Let's get down to business. Time for the real stream. Manticore considered high tier? Not in my book. Not in my book, it's not considered high tier. What do you know? The band Mercenary. Anyway, welcome to the stream, guys. I need to post an announcement on Discord. Although, I'm sure anyone who wanted to watch is already here, because there's 96 of you guys. Holy crap. The skin is so pretty. It's season 2. Season 2 skin. This was my second ever A skin that I ever got. And it's a rechain. Which means I literally can't decode any cipher because I picked coordinator. Sound alright, guys? Is it too loud? I'll turn up the music a little bit. Let me know if the cipher machine is being super loud compared to my voice. Well, yeah, I used to use coordinator a lot. A lot of you guys are probably new to my channel, or who I am in the first place. I've been playing since the game came out, or I guess technically August 2018, which isn't when the game came out, but close enough, right? I've known it since July. I've known of its existence because my brother used to play it a lot, and he always kept telling me I should play, and I'm like, nah, it's Dead by Daylight, it's way too scary. That was my actual excuse. Eventually, I tried it out in late August. That was still season 1 back then. And the best rescuer was coordinator. So, I would play coordinator for the next 7 seasons. Up until season 8. Season 8 was like when I finally told myself, okay, maybe Mercenary is better than coordinator after all. Because Mercenary became meta in like season 3. It was very early on. But I was the one person who just denied his existence, who denied he was ever good in the first place. Dude, where are those ciphers at? Don't tell me I missed one at the bridge. I think I did. Oh my gosh, how did this happen? Mickey! Ah, Peeper, nice. And he's blocking that door, so I actually can't go on that side. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you will know what I mean. But, you literally can't go on that side of the door. If you're a rescuer main, you know what I'm talking about. I'll just save my flare gun. She's dead. She's done for. If she can't kite a no presence Wuching, she's not kiting a full presence Wuching. I'm not using my gun. This is the part where the game's pretty much over, because we have everyone injured at 3 ciphers left. We pretty much lost at this point. There's like nothing we can do. Like, someone would have to do an amazing kite. I might use my gun. Alright. So we saved someone from taking a hit. That was a good gun. Way better than what we would have gotten with the mechanic. The mechanic, she was just gonna go down no matter what. This way we save everyone's health. That was really risky that they kept healing, but you know, they pulled it off, so hey, whatever. For those of you that don't live in America, the election is happening tomorrow. Oh boy, let's prepare for Civil War Part 2, am I right, guys? Anyway, we don't have school tomorrow. Online classes have been canceled. Well, I shouldn't say canceled, they just gave us an automatic day off because, you know, they want people to go vote. The seniors in high school, I'm a senior, but I'm actually not old enough to vote, nor will I until, like, next July. Which is a few months too late. I'll be waiting another 4 years for the next election. It's okay. I don't really concern myself in politics anyway, so I wouldn't be a good vote. Guys, if you don't know anything about politics, you should not vote. Don't vote just because someone says this guy or this guy is good, this guy is bad. Nah, that's really bad. Well, unless you know something about politics and have actual opinions, you should not vote. Yeah, as I was saying, we pretty much lost. Although we did get to gates being primed, without a second person going down. I keep lagging. I can't play the game like this. Even if it's like only 100. That's like unplayable for me. Okay. What am I supposed to do if you keep spamming hunter change target? We gotta open this door. We wasted too much time already. You guys are saying only nostalgia cord is acceptable? Fine. Fine, if you guys don't like my black swan. Fine. Okay then, here you go, have my nostalgia. Oh, I don't think I actually picked it. Oh, I did. There you go. Happy? It was a tie? I was not expecting it to be a tie. We did actually get that godly kite I was talking about. I said the only way we're winning is with a godly kite, and we did get the godly kite. No black swan. Do you have Dance in the Snow? Yeah, it was gifted to me, actually. The person gifted this to me. It actually used to be really bad back in the day. But then they improved it. Whoa, I see they made some changes. Whoa, this is not the same skin from before. Dude, this thing came out like last January or something, and they're still changing the skin. Originally it had 0 effects, so all these little lighting effects you see around her, those did not exist. And look at that. Look at that. They made her legs visible. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I never thought I'd be saying that on a stream, but she used to have a dress where it almost completely covered her. It was just the bottom portion of her legs, but geez. Now NetEase is really like, they're really baiting you to spend that money. Although, even though this was like a time-limited thing back in January, and no one will have it again. Can you use that next game? Fine. Should I add the accessory too? This skin keeps changing. They keep changing it. This is like the 3rd or 4th skin change they did. Psyche's typing sound is the best ASMR. Fastest typer in the West. No, we gotta say that with like a Wild West tone. Fastest typer in the West. Take off the blue butterfly? No, I'm keeping the blue butterfly. You made my day, Psyche. No problem, Vincent. This was gifted. I did not spend my fragments on this. It was a person named Esmer. It's also my only gift. Do you have the Lucky Guy maid outfit? I could buy it, but I don't like it because too many people use it. If a skin is very popular, I actually dislike it for that reason. If a skin is very popular, I will not like it. Obviously, I have to like it. I have to like the looks as well. But if a lot of people wear that same skin, that influences my choice. Oh my gosh, this dress is like shiny now. Since when was it shiny? It like reflects light. Okay, this is the bad side of the site. Let's decode on. Oh, it's changed. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm in such a crap area. Look, he actually walked through that? I'm lagging. Did you guys see that lag? I like stood still and then dropped the towel on myself. It actually kind of worked out because I got a speed boost out of it. But I don't recommend... to this day, I've been playing the game for 2 years and I don't know if it's faster to just walk through a pallet or to drop it, which is an animation, and then vault it, which is another animation, and then use the speed boost. I don't know if that's faster. I still don't know if that's faster. It's barely... I think it might be barely faster. But I don't think it's worth a whole speed boost if you're not going to get as much distance, or like barely more distance. This is no good. Oh my gosh, did he just walk through that pallet? That is why you don't just walk through pallets and hope the hunter just keeps walking through. I mean, hope they don't walk through. He's probably gonna umbrella on this cipher. Watch, he's gonna do it. Told you. I would prefer not to use this pallet, because this is a very good pallet, and I don't want to waste it on just when the hunter's camping someone. Because that would be a waste of a pallet, because I would need to use it to protect myself, but then the person off the chair, or like someone else wouldn't have it, because obviously they're not going to chase me, the hunter's not going to chase me. But at the same time, if I don't drop it, it's like, well, now I'm going to give a hit. So I'm just being cautious. Can I please stop lagging? Dude. So stupid. I don't know why I'm lagging. This is ridiculous. Do I have to like move to the kitchen? Because the kitchen's closer to the router? Okay, why? Why am I lagging? Dude, the TV does not take up this much Wi-Fi. Come on. And Mickey's giving free hits. Yes, he hit the chair. Should we body block? We're gonna body block because we already have someone working on a cipher. I can't body block, so I'm gonna keep lagging now because then I just keep randomly slowing down. Okay, I body block, but he has to not screw up. Don't vault. Dude, why'd he vault that? Why would he vault that? Dude, I don't even want to protect him. Why would he vault that? Dude, does the prisoner not know he can actually vault faster than he can get his umbrella back? That's just bad game sense right there. Inexperienced players that don't know that they could just wait it out. Even if the hunter doesn't teleport back. The umbrella sense is too slow. If he tries to get the umbrella back in his hand, it's too slow. He can vault back the other side before he can hit you. The fact he did that just gave such a free hit, and then it just screwed over our chances of winning this game. I can't body block that. That's like a survivor instincts thing at that point. You have to know what you're doing. And now we're in this game where I have to pressure the cipher while someone else decodes a different cipher. You see, if we keep pressuring the cipher, he can't actually leave it. We only need one person pressuring it. He missed his belt. That a power hit? That was not a power hit. Oh look, he's back. He's back at the cipher. Oh, that reached me. That's alright. He's still out back. I don't know where dungeon is, so... Oh, dungeon's in center. Dude, it replaced dungeon with basement. That's annoying. That's the one thing that I've always worried about. You see, now that person didn't leave earlier, when I could have said the dungeon is here. You guys see how much that mattered now? That's ridiculous, man. Unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That's something that I've always worried about. A couple months ago, there was a feature that made it so that when there's a basement next to you, it's replaced with the basement is here. And I've never had it screw me up yet, but that game was like a perfect example of like when I don't want it to say the basement is here. That was like, you guys saw how he broke the pallet. That was the perfect time to head for dungeon, but mechanic did not leave because the game for some reason says basement is here instead of dungeon is here. George, it has nothing to do with game graphics. Lag has nothing to do with game graphics. A lot of people think if you turn down your graphics, you'll stop lagging. No, that is not the case. First of all, not only is your heart more invisible, it's harder to see. The other thing is that it doesn't fix it. All it does is fix frame rate. Meaning if your game keeps freezing, you should turn down your graphics. Why do you play in that room? Do you not have rooms? That room is actually the original room when the game came out. I don't like any other rooms because, you know, I'm old-fashioned. I'm not into the room making process and the whole thing. I just feel like playing in the, you know, it's more nostalgic for me if I play in the regular office. Superb kite. It was Wu Chang, of course it was a superb kite. That cord skin is beautiful. I guess it is. It used to be a lot worse. How did you kite with lag? I didn't. Everything was fine until the game randomly lagged. I wasn't lagging at any point before that. Like, yes I was, but not during the kite. I mean, I guess there was that time I dropped the pallet on myself because the game lagged. The default room has the door too. You turn down phone graphics to save battery. Yeah, that's a good idea. I know that this game is really taxing on iPhones. Phones just don't have the battery power for this game. Even on an iPad Pro, this game still takes, a 2-hour session still takes around 50% battery. Which would normally last about 5 or 6 hours. Unlike Safari or something. We need to move to the other room, dude. Alright. Axe Boy. Generally, all the hunter spawns are really far from survivors, so I will have time to break this tree before he comes over here. But any other map, do not try breaking the tree. He will reach you before you have a chance to break it. The point of breaking trees against Axe Boy is that so that the next time you try to leave a tree area, you won't have a soul follow you. If you guys know what I'm saying. Those little purple souls that follow you, those things are killer. If you break a tree, you're going to be immune to one soul follow. One time. It's like a get out of jail free card. But I'm not being chased, so it was actually a little bit of a waste, but better be safe than sorry. Saw my video of how to rescue from every hunter? Thank you, Sidio. I hope I pronounced that right. Dude, And that's just every hunter. What about every chair? There are so many problematic chairs. So many chairs where it makes a difference what chair you're saving from. So, like, take every chair in ranked match that there ever exists, and just exponentially multiply that by how many hunters there are. Usually the strategy doesn't change, but on certain chairs it does. And it really depends. He's chasing mercenary. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this Wi-Fi, dude. There used to be a time where no matter what, the Wi-Fi would always be good. But then one day, our old router broke. So then the AT&T guys had to put in a new router. And even though it's technically the same Wi-Fi, it's just so much worse for some reason. Like, now you can't have several things taking up Wi-Fi or else it's gonna get slow. I don't know, dude. It makes no sense. Can you play Coordinator Nostalgia? Sure, I'll play that skin. You guys really like Coordinator. Why do you guys like Coordinator so much? You know, none of my veteran viewers will tell you, but I always said Coordinator is such a bad survivor. Oh, sorry, someone asked a question. Can you play Coord Nostalgia? Yes. Actually, wasn't that the same question I answered? Never mind. 180 viewers, holy crap. You think the server itself is laggy? Oh yeah, I'm never going to doubt that. You like Coord because it's new? Is it new? Dude, for me it's not new. I've been playing this for 7 seasons back in the day. There was no one who played Coordinator better than me. No one rescued like I did with Coordinator. Everyone opted for the mercenary option, even then they screwed up. Dude, did he just lose his target? Oh no, Enchantress is still there. Wait, she got healed up that entire time. Dude, someone's gotta... someone's gotta tell me how this happened to this hunter. This poor guy. You want to see the pew pew? Okay. You don't like Coord too? The problem with Coordinator, I'll tell you the problem with Coordinator. Coordinator is not bad for no reason. The reason Coordinator actually isn't that great is because if you're facing There you go. Those are my top 10 tips for kiting right there. Looking all around you for your surroundings where the hunter is and getting behind the pallet. If you guys still don't know the importance of hiding behind a pallet when the hunter swings, there you go. So that when they miss, you can just drop it in their face. What was I talking about? Oh yes, why is Coordinator not good? Dream Witch and Blood Queen. 2 words. Well, actually 4 words. 5 words. Dream Witch and Blood Queen. Those 2 hunters make Coordinator unviable. If you're facing Dream Witch, I don't even need to explain. There's multiple servants around the chair. Your gun gets less value, and if you're ever... The problem is with Coordinators when you're being chased. When you're being chased as Coordinator, you have to be... First of all, you have to be an amazing fighter. You can't be some silly... God knows how long you've been playing this game, playing Coordinator. No. You have to know how to kite very well in every area if you want to play Coordinator, because Coordinator is a challenge character. Coordinator used to be really strong back in the day. Her item used to be considered strong back in the day. But the problem is, Perfumer exists, Seer exists, Mercenary elbow pads exist, Shovel exists, Painter exists, Forward Football exists. There is just so many better options. So that if you are ever chased, you are going to be challenged. You need to be playing perfect. You cannot screw up once as Coordinator. If you screw up once, you're probably going to get blinked and you're going to die. There's nothing you can do. And that's the main problem with Coordinator is just that. Her kiting potential. Her kiting potential is very weak. It's not for your average survivor because of how weak it is. Even though her difficulty says like 1 out of 3, that is not true. So many people miss their flare guns because they don't know how to use it. They don't understand how fast or slow the bullet travels through the air. Therefore, they don't know if the bullet will make it or not before it hits a wall. There's also the problem of being a bad kiter. You don't have very strong kiting abilities. You have that one gun and that's it. Once you use that gun, it's done for. You're done for once you use that one gun. And if it's Block Queen or Dream Witch, say goodbye to your chances of kiting. You're going to get Patroller against Dream Witch, and you're going to get Block Queen mirrored against Block Queen. That's why it's so risky getting chased first as Coordinator. Because you don't know, unless you know the hunter, like, you do not want to get chased. In a top tier match, in a tournament scene, you would not see Coordinator because Block Queen and Dream Witch. If those two are banned, then you might see Coordinator. You might see Coordinator because her ability is actually a solid like 5-second stun. It's anywhere in the open. 5-second pallet stun. Anywhere in the open. It's like a cowboy pallet stun, actually. Problem is, it's not like Painters. Painter, you can just drop anywhere. Coordinator, it does not work around walls. If you're in a tight area, it's just not going to work out. It's just too risky to shoot. If there's a survivor next to the hunter, it's also too risky to shoot because what if the hunter hits someone as you shoot? There's like a lot of ifs with Coordinator. I don't even know what this hunter is running because I didn't hear a blink. I don't know if he's using peepers. He probably has excitement. I don't know. Do you guys want to... That guy was way too short to be able to tell. And he got the worst chair in the game. That, my friends, might be the worst chair in the game. Right there. That might be the hardest chair to rescue from in the game. Mercenary has literally nothing to elbow pad off. There are, like, you can say the trees, yes. But there are barely any trees. If you ever rescue someone from there, they're not going to survive. Like, if you're a Coordinator, then yes, maybe. You can shoot them. Person uses the window boost to get away, transition. But even then, it's just way too far away to get to hospital. Coordinator is actually very synergetic on hospital, and the reason is because almost every chair is close to the hospital in some way. So if you shoot the hunter with a flare gun, there is almost no scenario where the person off of chair can make it to the hospital. In this scenario, we are not going to rescue though, because we are just so far behind on decode. We have 73, we have 50, we still need one more cipher, and against Penguin just snowballs so quickly. We cannot be just handing out time to him. We have to get these ciphers popped quick. Because where Penguin struggles is Penguin has no mobility. The only form of walking he has is just walking. He has no teleport, he has no speed boost, he has no mirror. There's nothing he can do. He has to just walk to everywhere. So if you keep your distance from him, if you don't rescue, that really hurts him. Of course, don't ask me why everyone's rescuing. Why did everyone waste their time rescuing? Don't ask me. But that's really the main reason why. If someone doesn't do like a 3-cipher kite, it's not worth rescuing them the second time. I would still say you should probably rescue the first time. It's very rare that you don't. Of course, if you don't think you're gonna rescue, then If you think you're gonna get terror shocked and you're gonna die, then don't rescue. But one time is fine, the second time probably not, depending on how far you are in cipher progress. It's a game sense thing. This profile picture, useless being. Game sound is really loud. Thank you. Someone for once said the game audio was too loud. Thank you. Now I know. No one ever tells me. Alright, so what we are going to do against this hunter is we just need one more cipher left, right? So I really don't need to rush this rescue. I could just wait until we have the cipher primed. That's the right play to do right here. It really doesn't matter if it's before half or not. However, it's almost primed, so now wouldn't be a bad time to rescue. Alright, I stepped in the mud. Does he have excitement? He does not. He does not. And that was a beautiful pop. Beautiful pop. Timed it with the flare gun so that he couldn't gain any bomb chains on either of us. Now he's at a big disadvantage, and he's not going to win this game even with trump card. I feel like a commentator from Call of Abyss 2. That's probably the thing Persuade would say. Yeah. Maybe she'll get dungeon, who knows. That's a big if against Penguin. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe we'll get it. Nope. You're so scared of Discord server of YouTubers? Why is that? Bomb with detention? I'm not a hunter main. I don't fully understand when you should use detention and when you shouldn't. All I care about is when they don't have detention. Because then you could do so many things with the hunter. You can tank a hit. It depends with Bomb though, because he can always chain you with bombs before hitting you. Really, when the hunter doesn't have detention, you can do so many things as survivor that normally you wouldn't be able to do. If someone has tied, they could potentially go rescue, because now the only thing stopping them is the bombs. Dude, we have 200 plus viewers. Holy crap. Oh, play Nostalgia, please. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I would have forgotten. Sure, we'll play Nostalgia. Whatever. But I'm not playing this skin, though. This skin is for the poor. It's... What I'm trying to say is it's available 100% of the time. I don't want to play a skin that's always available and easy to access. Then it's not an S skin. You are from Asia server and you have a question. Why do some high-ranking hunters like to take down rescuers as first target? It's probably because it's on a big map, most likely. If it's on a big map, like, let's say what? Circus. It's going to take too long to find another survivor. So if it's something that's reasonable to catch, if it's a coordinator, if it's a gravedigger, maybe a forward, you have a chance at catching them. If it's mercenary, there's no way. But if it's a forward, if it's a good forward, you're not catching them either. If it's a good gravedigger, you're not catching them. Your only shot really is coordinator. I don't know. I can't really answer that question. I don't know why they would do that. It's never worth it. Like, only in very rare circumstances. Like, if you absolutely cannot chase someone else. But if they do that, I just assume the survivors that they're matching against just aren't very good. Because if they go ahead and chase first rescuers like that, they're getting their butt kicked. I guarantee you. Okay, this is an insolent Wu Chang. Insolent Wu Chang, I don't know if you guys popped up, you guys saw over there, but possessive popped up, which means he has insolence. Because possessive is normally a very bad trait. The whole left side of the hunter really sucks, so the only times you'll use it is for insolence, and insolence at the end of the day is still not that great. Ignore that, there's only one real Psyche. Right here, you guys might be wondering why am I leaving the cipher. My teammates said hunter changed target, so I'm going to automatically assume that the hunter is going to use a teleport. They're either gonna like use an umbrella or a teleport. I call umbrella teleports, for the record. I don't differentiate the two. I call both of them teleports. Who's the other Psyche? It's Troy. In Potatoes, Troy named himself Psyche. So now we got Psyche and Psyche. I thought I got Terror Shock there for a second. We'll use the flare gun. It's Wu Chang, so Miki should be able to kite. Really, I just do it so that Miki has a good start to get to the next kiting area. If you use your gun, you're doing it for the purpose of letting the... Seriously, that didn't last very long. That was white form Wu Chang too. That wasn't even black form. Come on. That was kind of sad. I think he still has his shovel, but now we have no second rescuer. He is the second rescuer. Actually, I'm the first rescuer. Bronze, it really depends. Sometimes I'll be the first rescuer, sometimes Miki is the first rescuer. Gravekeepers are the easier rescuers to target, but the end of the line is that Gravekeeper, if you target Gravekeeper as Wu Chang, you should lose. You're going to lose because it's going to be too easy to kite you. Assuming that it's a experienced survivor, which Miki is technically still newer to the game. I don't want to say mean stuff about him because he's probably listening, and I don't want to hurt his chances of doing a good kite here. But really, the more experienced you are, the more of a joke hunters like Wu Chang are. If you're Gravekeeper, really, a lot of hunters. Like if it's Blood Queen, and I'm Gravekeeper, I'm kicking that Blood Queen's butt. Yep, I'm dead. You guys might not have noticed, but right there, what I did is I did not throw the pallet down immediately. I threw it down the same moment he used his bell. That way it cancels the bell animation and I don't have to like be knocked down on the ground or something. And it wastes a lot of time just staying emotionless like that. So timing your pallet drops just right is essential against Black Wu Chang. That's why he's not a good hunter, because survivors that know what to do against him will know what to do. And if you're... Okay, what are these people doing? Dude! Come on, man. I'm just gonna say what Joe Biden says, and I'm gonna be like, come on, man. Black Wuchang is a little bit more circumstantial because, you know, if you're not already next to a bunch of pallets, you're probably gonna die. Because he just breaks the pallets so fast. Well, we were losing anyway. It's really, I don't know what our survivors are doing over there. Back-to-back hits. Oh, and I'm dead. No, I'm not gonna save the match to see what happened. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time just to watch what people did. They know what they did wrong. Or at least I hope they did. I don't, like, the Seer, I can at least give, I'll give Seer the pass, because Seer got teleported on. So Seer gets the pass. But Explorer got hit moments afterwards. So I'm not giving the pass to Explorer. I don't think Explorer knew what he was doing. I mean, look at him, he's literally walking into peepers right now. There was a peeper over there. I don't know why the hunter didn't go back for him. Because Seer doesn't have a self-revive. I don't even know what that hunter... The hunter could have went back. Did the bell cancel train stun? Yes, it did. Since he's in white form, and we can tell because of the way he walks from a distance, based off of the way he walks, I'll know what form he'll teleport in. But any other animations cancel the train stun, so it really doesn't matter if you get hit by the train if a full presence Black Wuchang spawns on you. Explorer counters Peeper? Really? When did they change that? They changed that? I did not know that. Okay. My bad, guys. You're right then. That's why it was still in the book. I did not know that. Okay. Of course, only you guys would know that. Does he actually? You need to read up on this guy. Dude, the amount of buffs this guy gets. Dude, he has the same problem as Coordinator, except even more of a problem because his item doesn't even help him in the fight. I mean, like, Explorer, you can have fun with Explorer, but like I said, Dream Witch and Blood Queen, you have no ability to counter it well. You're just gonna get your butt kicked by them. Who's the best kiting character? Okay. It's probably Mercenary. It's sad that a rescue character is the best kiter. And the reason so is because he just has those elbow pads. It's ridiculous. Even if you face a bad mercenary is one that just wastes his elbow pads. A good mercenary, oops, I didn't mean to pick that. A good mercenary saves the elbow pads. And they only use it when it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, they'll use pallets and windows. But even bad mercenaries, they're just broken because it gives so much distance. And there's also another problem with Mercenary. Because of his insane kiting ability, it's never worth chasing him. If you're chasing him, you're gonna get your butt kicked. Barmaid and Doctor are absolute garbage. Don't listen to Troy. Don't listen to him. They're very bad. Psyche, would you make a tier list? Yeah, I would make a tier list. But the whole tier list would be like, which survivor is good? no matter the scenario, and then which survivor is garbage because Blood Queen and Dream Witch exist. That no one ever tells you this in the tier list. Schmitty doesn't say it. Alien doesn't tell you. No one tells you this. But the survivor is only as good as how good Blood Queen and Dream Witch is. Coordinator would be probably an S tier survivor if it weren't for Blood Queen and Dream Witch. Acrobat would be an S tier survivor if it weren't for Blood Queen and Dream Witch. Prisoner would be an S tier survivor if it weren't for Blood Queen and Dream Witch. The list goes on and on and on. Like, these are A tier survivors that should be S tier, and then the list keeps going. Every other survivor that would normally be A is knocked down to B because of Blood Queen and Dream Witch. Every survivor that would be B is knocked down to C because of Blood Queen and Dream Witch. Wildling is its own beast. Wildling is absolutely useless. Do not use Wildling. He sucks at basement rescues. He's not good at chair rescues because he needs to get off his pick to rescue. And if he doesn't have his pick on the rescue, then he's going to move slower than normal, which is going to be a complete mess if you get hit from far. His ability of guarding survivors really sucks. I know you got people like John using him, but against competent hunters, it's not going to work. Cowboy and Forward is good for Dream Witch, don't you think? Obviously, Forward is S tier. I'm not saying Forward's A tier. Forward is S tier. You want to know why? Because he can just football away from the leech in the mirror. That is the only reason why he's S tier. Because really, the whole list of S tier survivors consists of survivors that can counter Blood Queen and Dream Witch. Anyone who can counter those two hunters, they're not S tier. Coordinator is not an S tier survivor. Mechanic is the one exception. Mechanic is actually stupid because you can knock her down stupid fast, and you just the survivors still tie the game because you're actually punished for knocking her down fast. Because if you knock her down fast, she's gonna decode this whole cipher now. If you don't knock her down fast, well, now it's a guaranteed loss. Because if a mechanic kites through ciphers, it really doesn't matter to the survivor at that point. If anyone kites through ciphers. But even if they do the world's worst kite, even if it's the world's worst kite, they still usually tie the game because the whole cipher is popped. Mechanic is like the opposite. Mechanic is like reverse OP character kiting. Her character kiting is so bad that they just make her decode insane instead, so that you can never actually win a game against her. If you do, it's usually because you destroyed the robot or something like that. At least one time. Or the survivors just keep bumping into each other and can't work on separate ciphers because they keep bumping into each other. Something really stupid like that. That would never happen realistically. We have the gun for the teleport. By the way, if you guys are working on this gate, drop one of these pallets. Do not drop both of these pallets, because if we get teleported on, then only one of us can vault it. Don't drop both of these pallets, only drop one of them. I suggest this one. But you can also drop this one and walk over here. It just gives you less reaction time, that's all. So if you were late to react, you're going to get hit. Alright. Oh wait, I still have a gun. Maybe mechanical kite to the gate. Miki should have saved a shovel in case the mechanic kites the gate. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter. We win. Three rescuer and one decoder is the meta now. There you go. Colton said it best right there. The meta is literally just triple rescuer, one decoder, and the one decoder is always going to be mechanic, because if you knock her down fast, no worries, she just pops a whole cipher for you. And it's actually kind of depressing that rescuers still decode so fast. This is how I would nerf rescuers. For each rescue character on the team, I'm not going to count Coordinator because Coordinator does not have strong kiting abilities. If there's a Gravekeeper, Forward, and Mercenary on the same team, you know what, should we include this for Wildling? Wildling is so garbage, I'm not even going to include Wildling. For each Mercenary, Forward, First Officer, and Gravedigger on the team, decoding progress reduces by 10%. And this is how they nerfed Mercenary spam. For those of you who've been playing a couple seasons back, the meta, when you can play duplicate characters, was quadruple Mercenaries. And there was nothing you could do. The Hunter can do nothing. Quadruple Mercenary is a free win for survivors, so they nerfed it. They made it for each additional Mercenary on the team, the decode progress reduces by 10%. So why not do the same thing for rescuers? It would make Coordinator viable, or at least more viable, have more reason to play her. She's still not the best, because Blood Queen exists, but at least now Blood Queen's in Dream Witches. It's not like a back and forth game, because Blood Queens can only win it. Triple Rescuers, Blood Queen is actually really bad. It's like a back and forth thing, and the survivors always have the better end of it, because of Triple Rescuer. Wildling for president. Wildling, oh man. I hate Wildling so much. He's so bad. You hate when they use Priestess and use the broken windows? It depends. If you have a Forward, Mercenary, Gravekeeper, any of those two on the same team, and you can go broken windows. There's nothing wrong in that. You already have your two rescuers. And the thing about the two rescuers is it's almost like impossible to catch them if it's a good player, so you really don't have to worry about them going down. If they do go down, it's probably going to be a 3 save for Kai. And even if they do go down, it's usually because they didn't use all their items. If you rescue them, they're probably going to keep kiting even longer because they haven't yet used all their elbow pads or all their shovels or all their football. That's really, rescuers are stupid broken. 4-man Gardener team was insane. For those of you that don't remember, or you haven't played the game, it used to be that Hunters could not fix the Rocketeers. The only way they could fix it is if they brought Abnormal. Which means the Hunter couldn't bring Blink, they couldn't bring Excitement, if there was like a Forward on the team. But if you have quadruple Gardeners, they're not going to bring Excitement. They couldn't bring Teleport or Blink. Now with Trump card, you can switch to Abnormal. But that's still really bad. That's still bad, unless you're Dream Witch. Okay, yep, there you go. Someone spawn at Shed. Whenever you get like a spawn outside Shed, I bet you 9 out of 10 times someone is on the other side of Shed. I bet you, it always happens. And you guys saw over there the Prospector ping, he was by that Cypher. That's like one example of Cypher Rush. If you want to Cypher Rush a Survivor super well, you need to memorize your teammates' spawns. Because if you do, then you will actually end up knowing which Cypher they will decode, so that way you don't bump into them, and you can get more Cypher progress done if you already know where to go ahead of time. That's Cypher Rush. Cypher Rush isn't just decoding ciphers. Cypher Rush is finishing the rescuer cipher when they have to leave it and go rescue it. Cypher Rush is when you know where not to go, so in case the cipher's popped over there, or someone's working on it, your teammate will tell you so you know not to go over there and you don't waste your time. Cypher Rush is both of those things. It's not just decoding cipher machines. That's what differentiates an amazing team from a good team. That's what differentiates a Call of Abyss team from a good ranked team. I have to focus right here. The Hunter might teleport. You guys have probably been noticing people have been spamming Hunter as changed target the whole game. That means it's a Wu-Chang, and I need to be very careful. He just knocked down a robot, and he has 1,000 presents now, so that's really important to remember so I don't get surprised by a bell or get surprised by Soul Siphon, because it happens. You have to count the Hunter's presents. That's 3 hits, so now he's 2 away from max presents. Some Hunters, it really doesn't matter if they have full presents or not, but Wu-Chang, it definitely does, because once they get that bell or that Soul Siphon, it really changes your routes, and you really have to think twice about where you go. Yeah, guys, FYI, it's not technically my server. The Discord server is shared between me and my friend, Troy. Is someone not rescuing? Miki should be rescuing. He said he's coming. Yep, there he is. Listening to your teammates is another big thing. If your teammate says, "Don't move, I'm coming," don't be a moron. Don't go over there trying to rescue. If your teammates said they're coming, trust them. Trust them that they're gonna go rescue. They said it for a reason, right? Hopefully they did. Unless you get bad teammates. And even if everyone knows you're rescuing, you should still say, "Don't move, I'm coming." Just so everyone can be certain. An Identity 5 streamer with 200 plus viewers? You must not be familiar with John Zoe or Blue Race Car. Dude, you know how many viewers those people get? John and Blue. Dude, those are the big shots. Those are the big shots of Identity 5. Blue Race Car has already quit the game. Blue and John were best friends though. They were besties. They met at like Call of Abyss or something. I don't think they went to Call of Abyss though, did they? It was sometime during Call of Abyss that they became friends. So Call of Abyss 2, 2019 January, somewhere around that time. They were like, you cannot have Blue without John. You cannot have John without Blue. So John still streams. You guys, that trick isn't gonna work. I'm not gonna shoot. You see, you can actually get distance from not shooting the Hunter. It's kind of ironic. But if the Hunter keeps backing away, and they think you're gonna shoot, they will actually end up wasting more time. Because now he wasted all that time trying to dodge the flare gun, and look at what position he's put himself in now. He's gonna try to bell right here. Nope. I just dropped the pal on our survivor, but you guys saw, I just canceled the bell. And our mechanic can easily vault that. If he teleports, I think they're fine. We'll shoot. I don't know if they'll make it or not, so I will shoot just in case. Was it inefficient? Yes, it probably was, but I want to be safe. I want to make sure we can get this win off. And you can see right there, our mechanic made it to the shed. She said focus on decoding, so that lets our person on the cipher know to decode. Hunter does not want to chase me on the ship, because they're going to get wrecked. Anyone that is a fast vaulter on the ship just wrecks. Obviously there's a route. There's only one route on ship that works. So if you don't know the route, you'll die on ship. But if you do know the route, it's the equivalent of hospital. Actually, I didn't get to show you guys. Guys, does John still get at least 200 plus viewers? That's a no detention Wu-Chang. That's no detention Wu-Chang. He's messed up. He's messed up because everyone's at full health. I know where dungeon is. I'm just going to spam dungeon is here so that everyone can leave and I can just escape to dungeon. Looks like Miki's also at dungeon. So never mind. Because I can still take a hit, I'll just leave Miki on the dungeon. I'll make it to the gate. Probably. You guys saw, he just wasted a teleport. So he's not making it. There we go. That's like an experience thing over there. You only know if you'll make it if you've played the game enough and you know if one hit is enough to make it to the gate. You won't know that if you're new to the game. But you'll understand it with time. What will count as you making it to the gate if you were to, like, let's say, get hit X amount of distance. But yeah, does John still get 200 viewers? Psyche, send a link to the Discord server. I can't right now, I'm streaming. Terra build? Yes, I do have a Terra build. This is my king build. If you're king, you're the mercenary. So you're gonna want this. You're definitely gonna want this because this actually makes the syringe heal you quicker if you use a syringe. This makes also teammates heal you quicker, obviously. And if you get knocked down and you're healing yourself, if you're self-healing when you're knocked down and teammates are trying to protect you, this counts for that as well. A lot of people don't know this. Sticker and healing does the same thing. A lot of people think they need to use sticker for the increased healing speed. No. You can use healing and it does the same thing. And then this is for kiting, obviously, in case the hunter tries to take you to basement. But really, it usually doesn't make an impact because those are small maps. Here is my build for peasant. I call it peasant. Obviously, you're going to get knocked down a lot if the hunter is going to be targeting you. If they do target you, you want to be able to get up very quickly. And if you get hit and there's time to spare, you can also help others heal quicker. And if you have time to heal the king, that's also a great value. Really, Tide Turner is now worth it, saving the king, because the bubble protects them for at least 20 seconds anyway. The bubble's 10 seconds, and if a hunter tries to hit them, then you're definitely going to buy at least 20 seconds of time, which is longer than Tide Turner. And if they don't hit you, that's still enough time to make it to, like, a good pallet. Really, there's no reason you should be using Tide Turner and Terra if you're rescuing someone. It doesn't make sense. Alright, did someone tell me how many viewers does John get? Because I know John gets a lot. John easily gets 200 to 300. Okay. No one streams Identity 5 anymore. Alien will sometimes stream Identity 5. Occasionally. Yeah, I think he actually does it more often than me. But a lot of I'll just tell you guys the history. If you haven't watched the State of Identity 5 video, I think it's called, or like, what was it called again? It was something about opening 100 spheres, and I talked about something. A lot of the players that were very, very old to the game, they knew how to play, they knew how to do everything, they've quit by now. And that shouldn't impact you guys, but it does, because those same people were the same people that uploaded on YouTube and did all that good stuff for the community. So as a result, there's very few streamers. Like, even All For One. You guys might not know All For One. All For One streamed on Twitch. All For One still streams on Twitch. You can still watch him, but he doesn't do Identity 5 anymore. Troy streams on his channel, yes. If you guys know Troy normally plays ranked sessions with me. But you guys don't see him right here because Troy has to do stuff for school, so he was unable to do this ranked session with me. But Troy's a streamer as well. He doesn't get as many viewers as me. Obviously, he's a little newer. Okay, in case this is Wu Chang, I'm just gonna pre-place this. Who is the hunter? Beaster. Oh, I don't think I'm making that. Oh, I made it? We're gonna... Oh, should I have stayed in that area? You see, I'm not a top tier priestess, so I should have stayed in that area. But now I can do this. And now he can't... He was gonna block me off with a tentacle. You guys saw he was raising his hand up there? That means he was gonna use a tentacle. I was ready for that, and I was just ready to go through a wall. I'm not even gonna give him the chance. And that's why Priestess is broken. Because anytime the hunter wants to use their abilities, you just go through the wall. And now they can't really predict, they can't really try to hit you because they can't really see you behind the wall. And that it's a very simple concept, but it makes a lot of sense. Have I played with Schmitty? No, I have not played with Schmitty. A long time ago, I actually hated B4U. Back in the day, they were called AO, Alpha Omega. And there were some really toxic players on Alpha Omega, AO. That was the team Schmitty was on. And so, as a result, I didn't like Schmitty because he hanged out with those kinds of people. And it's just a bad influence, always hanging out with people like that. But the good news is, those people have now left that clan, and now they have gotten new people with better attitudes who are not mean to people in post-match constantly. I don't know why I used to not like Schmitty exactly, but there was a time where I did not like Schmitty. Now we get along. Now there's nothing between us. But back in the day, I did not get along with AO, which means I did not get along with Schmitty. And do we play together? Of course not. We don't play together because we've never really been duos of each other. He always has someone else and I always have someone else. We're friends, but we don't really talk to each other or hang out much. If we see each other in rank, you know, it's a nice hello. It's always nice to see him. Nice to see a fellow top player, I know. Not many real top players out here these days, but he's one of the veterans. I forgot to mention Schmitty. Schmitty still streams this game. He is one of the few veteran players out there that plays this game. But yeah, if you guys know Schmitty, you should definitely check him out. He's real good. AO was banned from tournaments? Really? I did not know that. Oh, so that's why they made B4U. But is that allowed? Like, if you make a different team? I'm gonna make a portal with me and this robot. Oh, I can't make a portal with me and the robot? Darn, we're not finishing that cipher now. I should help him. Oh. We should really be working on the ciphers. Oh my gosh, could we have popped? Was it possible to pop during that time? We could have popped. Possibly. If I just kept decoding. Darn. I don't know why this guy is saying thank you. Guys, don't say thank you to your teammates. Because then you come off as a total... You know what? Total... You know, I gotta stay family friendly. I can't say it. Yeah, I heard Schmitty got hit by the hurricane. For those of you that don't know, there was actually a hurricane in, what portion of the United States again? There was a hurricane and he got hit by it. Okay, long story short. And he ended up getting hurt. His house got torn to shreds. I don't even know how he can stream anymore. I think he saved his streaming equipment. I feel bad for him. Oh, wait, we won? Oh, we won. Yeah, but Schmitty got hit by tragedy. As if times couldn't get any worse. Yeah, it was Louisiana, I think. It was summer on the southern portion of the United States. Well, obviously, Psyche. That's where water is. That's my viewer voice. What you guys would say to me. You live in Louisiana, you got hit hard. He got hit by 3 trees that fell in his house. Darn. Dude, recently, back in the summer, we had a tornado sweep over in my area, which is very rare because tornadoes don't really happen in Chicago. It tore off a lot of trees. Thankfully all of the trees hit the streets. I think 1 tree hit a house in my neighborhood, but that's it. I probably shouldn't say that. There probably have been more. Anyway, all the houses that I'm nearby, all around my block, there's really not that much damage, thankfully. But some trees are bare now. Have I played with Cherry Wine yet? Yeah, I've seen Cherry Wine before. I've seen her before in rank. Is she the most experienced player? I really don't know. I haven't played in Cherry for like several seasons. Let's just say I'd rather match with other people. Because doesn't Cherry Wine use Barmaid? Barmaid is so garbage. Barmaid is the most overrated survivor in this game. Miki has a girlfriend. And she does YouTube. An asteroid's coming? Oh god. I mean, it's 2020, what's new, am I right? Miki's girlfriend loves Identity 5. Real gamer girl, am I right? What does Trey identify as again? I don't know, Lantern. None of my business. Do I know Identity 5 Ricky? I do know Identity 5 Ricky, but I've seen him only in Global. And the only reason I've paid attention to him is because his name is a different color than everyone else's name. And I asked in Global, Ricky, why is your name a different color? And he didn't respond to me, but I'm assuming he's some mob for the game, maybe a developer? Strange ban. If I'm being honest here, I don't think Identity 5 Ricky is exceptionally great at the game. Because he has, if it's true that he's a mod for the game, I don't think he has time to constantly play. How about Gaming Grizzly? I've never played with Gaming Grizzly because Gaming Grizzly only plays in the low tiers. Do I know Geisha Gaming? I do know Geisha Gaming is because of that, the Geisha Gaming channel. The only reason I know about it is because of the, what is it called? Last summer, there was some event where you could upload your videos, and people could vote on them. She had, like, the most. And the video was titled, How to Dodge Full Presence Violinist. And I felt so stupid because I could have made a video on the same exact thing. Man, missed out opportunity. It's okay. I made a different video that nobody has made yet. Oh, and has it blown up alright? Just you guys wait until the basement guy. I'm gonna get it out this Wednesday. And if you thought saving from every hunter was bad, try doing it in basements. Now the amount of chairs that you have to learn just grew exponentially because of basement. Every method. By the way, I should have gotten off the cipher, but I was busy talking, so I gave a free hit, unfortunately. If you get hit as rescuer, I didn't say this in my rescue guide because, you know, it's about saving from hunters, but if you get hit as a rescuer, you should be pinging for help so that someone can heal you. Because otherwise, who's going to do the first or second rescue? Like, Mercenary can do the first rescue, but then who's going to do the second one? That's why rescuers absolutely You need to heal right away. You cannot wait. Have I ever played with Myrma? Yes, I have. I actually been on the same tournament team with her. We used to be on Legacy together, but then I eventually quit. Well, technically got kicked out of, but that's a whole other story. We used to be on the same team for Call of Abyss. We were working towards Call of Abyss 3. It didn't last very long because I was unhappy with how some of the team members were performing. But we still rank together occasionally. If I ever do need a partner, we rank together. We're not enemies, by the way, just for the record. We've gone past that. Have I played with Myrma? Yes, I have. I know her. I've played with her several times. She's been my duo for rank occasionally, like I said. I don't actually have a Call of Abyss team anymore. I did one time qualify for Call of Abyss. It was, if you guys know the client LBM. LBM was supposed to go to Call of Abyss this year, in April. But coronavirus canceled it. Now normally, my video would be demonetized after saying coronavirus. But thankfully, I don't put ads on my videos, so it literally doesn't matter. I don't know how primed the cipher is. Okay, it's primed. Mechanic's waiting by it. Maybe I should let Mechanic go. Because she's a slow decoder. It would be better if I popped it. Just in case it's not fully primed. Should I just shoot? You know what, let's wait for everyone to get to the gates first. I think everyone's at the gates. I'm gonna tell this mech to get out of here. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna say Hunter changed target. Ah, it was too late. I wasn't sure if he was on me or on someone else, or if he was like teleporting. Obviously he wasn't yet on someone else, but I need to ping in advance that he's teleporting on someone else. Hunter switch targets. Alright, let's step back from the gate. Okay, Mechanic is at gate, which means I do not want to be near her. So in case she ends up being the sacrifice, I will already be on my way to the gate. And as I say that, karma. He used an umbrella though. It wasn't a teleport. I'm not gonna make it though. Maybe I'll make it. Okay, we made it. Ooh. Alright. What the? Yes, I have played with Myrma. I think I already responded to that. I did play with Myrma. We used to play Ring together. But it was rare. It was only when both of us needed a partner. Have I been in the Danganronpa crossover, whatever that crossover is? Yes, I have. I really hate crossovers. I'm not really into anime. I don't watch anime shows or anything anime. So obviously the crossover doesn't really appeal to me. But I mean, I wouldn't have an opinion on it had it not been for the fact that the crossovers cause massive server lag. It's crazy how much server lag it causes. Besides Psyche, who's your favorite Identity 5 content creator? You guys can answer that if you want, but there really aren't that many left, unfortunately. And my phone disconnected from chat. Alright. Have I played with Persuadable? No, I have not. I've never played with Persuadable. Have I played with Howdy B? Alright, I'll just give you the short answer to all your questions. If the person hasn't played between Season 4 until now, and if they're not a top tier player, then no, I have never played with them before. Meaning that I have never played with Grizzly. I've never played with Howdy B. I think Howdy B is like some animator for Identity 5. Or like, what does he do again? Funny montage videos? I've never played with any of the funny montage guys. None of the animators. None of the gaming Grizzly, I guess. It has to be a top tier player. I have never played with them. I only play rank match. Guys, I think one time in a 2v8 Hunter match, Grizzly was on the survivor side. But obviously, he's not really a worthy foe. He doesn't play the game that much, so he's really not that difficult to catch. He's mostly there just to make money off of Identity 5. He doesn't really play the game. Oh my gosh, yes, I played with Cats. Cats is a top tier survivor. We played together. Yes, I played with Myrma. I know Walmart. Walmart, I played with him before. Do I play female dancer? I hate female dancer. Female dancer has the same problem as prisoner and all those other survivors that appear to be good on the surface. Blood Queen and Dream Witch. Blood Queen and Dream Witch just destroy those kinds of survivors. Because their ability sucks against them. Dream Witch, you might have a chance, but it's a bit of a stretch. Oh. That's bad. This is not a good matchup. Did he actually leave me? Oh, he left me. I was scared there. Penguin Coordinator. It's a little bit of a scary matchup, but I do have the counter to him, which is Gun. Gun is like Penguin's nightmare. Any tips on kiting Bomb? You have to predict where the bombs are gonna go. You should always keep your distance. If you can get a boost out of a window or a pallet, use it, because Bonbon is a super slow hunter. He moves super slowly. He doesn't have any speed boost, any teleports, any way to catch up to you, really. So if you have some sort of abilities that you can make ground off of him, then use him. If you have pallet boost, speed boost, any of those sorts, use it on him. If he's really close by, you're gonna have to try to dodge the bombs. You have to predict him. There's no other way. Perfumer won't really help. Gravedigger won't really help. It happens to be that Coordinator is actually one of the better options. Maybe I was wrong about that. No, that's way too far. No, I'm not making that. We're gonna let the hunter waste time camping the chair because that kite was way too bad. It's not worth rescuing from. Yeah, even he's saying focus on decoding. If he leaves the chair, of course I can go rescue. Maybe I'll go rescue. Yeah, I'll go rescue. Oh, never mind. Actually, he doesn't know where I am, technically. Yeah, I'll go rescue. Blink! Now he has no excitement, though. That was a really risky blink. Really, the flare gun is so annoying for Penguin because now, you guys saw right there, flare gun, even though it technically doesn't make distance, after you shoot the hunter, then you can keep running, and now this prospector, even if he won't last long after this, the Penguin is just really annoyed because now he has to walk so far. He doesn't have an umbrella, no block wing mirror, really nothing to help him speed up to the person, so it just wastes so much time. He switched his trade right there, but he just used blink, so he's got another like 80 seconds. I'm guessing he switched to teleport. He's gonna have teleport late game. I have to see if he's coming for me. Because, like, I can't die on this cipher. My phone battery is about to die, so if I don't answer stream questions or talk to chat very often, that's why. So I'm actually going to get a 5% speed bonus because someone's like going to be on the rocket chair. Which is kind of nice because we need to travel to this rocket chair right now. I mean, travel to the cipher. This is the cipher, right? Yeah, it's the cipher. I hear it. It's only 87. Not the best. Miki went a little bit too early, so I might not be able to pop it in time if he goes down. Okay. Okay. I was just waiting for the focus on decoding, because against hunters like Bonbon, the survivors absolutely have to tell the other survivors when to prime. You can't just wait for the hunter to just hit someone, because he won't hit someone. He'll keep chaining bombs until you die. Really, what you have to do is you have to tell your survivors when to activate the gate. And if he dies, which he did, I'm gonna need to go for dungeon, because I'm not making it to that gate. He's going to feel inclined to have to camp the seer, though. He's going to be scared that I'm going to go rescue the seer, and we're going to end up winning this game. So I'm going to stay in the back. I don't want to trigger his tinnitus. We want him to think someone's coming for that chair. But we also want him to think that someone might be coming for the exit gate. And I'm going to do neither. I'm going to play the mind game of just staying here. And even though the hunter's over there, I'm not gonna risk it anymore. I'm just gonna stay by this dungeon. There's gonna be a slight animation, a slight delay, but we can escape in time. Do I use Entomologist? Entomologist is only good on Hospital. Oh, there's Walmart. Someone asked about Walmart. No, I don't use Entomologist. She's only good on Hospital and I don't use her anyway. She's got the same problem as Prisoner, Female Dancer. They all have the same problem of being bad against Dream Witch and Blood Queen. Just watch the stream. You'll see what I use. Coordinator is like something I don't use anymore. But back in the day I used to play a lot. Psyche, will you play with Murma? Most likely not. Like, the only time I'll play with Murma is if I absolutely have no duo. And nowadays I have 2 duos. I have Troy, which is the main duo, but I also have Miki right here. Miki is my secondary duo. Nowadays Troy has a lot of school, so Miki comes in really nice. We get to play together. I get to help him rank up. Because otherwise he has to solo queue and that's a big pain for him. So really, me and Murma never have a time to play together because I always have someone to play with. I'm assuming he said that to me. Thoughts on Feaster? Have I played with PR? No. We've never technically been on a team together, so I would say no to that question. But I have played with people from PR, if that's what you mean. My thoughts on Feaster. Feaster is somewhat of an overrated hunter in the lower tiers, but in the high tiers, he does not really work. And I'll tell you why he doesn't work. It's because of his tentacles. His tentacles they have a lot of problems. I'll tell you why. And this even deserves its own video because Feaster is a very counterable hunter. And it's really the problem with Feaster is that people don't know how to do it. And if I just made a video about how to do it, then we will be seeing a lawless Feaster. And I'll just tell you briefly. I won't have any examples for you right now, but I think it's a Wuching, I swear. Yeah, I saw an umbrella in the distance. You guys probably missed it, but I saw an umbrella fly super fast. It was so brief. What was I saying? Feaster. Okay, I'll tell you why Feaster is not bad. It's because of his tentacles. The tentacles are too unreliable. And I'll tell you why the Feaster tentacles are unreliable. It's because they are too slow. They do everything too slow. When you spawn them, they're too slow. When you try to make them hit someone, they're too slow. The person can circle them. They're also somewhat easy to bait. There's a lot of problems with Feaster's tentacles. And of course, a lot of survivor abilities counter Feaster, and you know, it's a whole big issue. That's why Feaster appears good on the surface, but he really has a lot of problems that NetEase needs to fix. Okay, I should say something about this area. Do not use these 2 pallets. These pallets are so bad. Do not use these 2 pallets. Don't use them. Use that pallet over there, and then transition through the back and use this pallet. Make sure you don't get hit through the pallet, and don't drop it too early. And then once they break that pallet, you can use this pallet. And then as a last resort, you can use these pallets. But otherwise, really stay away from those 2 pallets. You do not want to use them. Someone says Hunter changed target right here. So I'm going to prepare. Okay, he teleported on the mercenary. Again. Okay, teleport this time. So he still has an umbrella. I would prefer to miss a calibration here, see where he is. He's over there. And he definitely still has an umbrella, as I predicted. He's in black form. And I'm gonna guess he's gonna teleport right now. He might also be chasing someone, which is another oversight, but I have to play safe. I am Coordinator, and Coordinator is a challenge character. You have to play perfect against every hunter. No matter who the hunter is, you have to play perfect, and if it's Dreamwitch or Blockling, you're not going to survive. You'll have to dodge mirrors or dodge patrollers, and that's a big if. See where the hunter is? Always miss calibrations against Wu Chang. It lets you see him, and this way you know if the hunter is going to try to change target. In case you don't trust your teammates to tell you when, you can check for yourself. And right now, I really need to play safe because we have a really good game so far. We're going to have 3 ciphers popped. I just want to make sure we don't take unnecessary hits. And he just uses Umbrella on the Priestess. You guys might have saw right there. He switched to white form. Oh no, I think he switched to black form because that's the animation of white switching to black. Obviously, you don't have to remember the animations, but it helps, and I am actually going to decode this cipher over here. This is a very good cipher against Wu Chang. I think it's actually been worked on already. I think I hear something. No, I definitely don't. In fact, Cowboy already... Holy crap, we finished the ciphers fast this game. That is how you cipher rush, folks. That is how you cipher rush. So we're just going to prepare for the gate. I have a gun. Mercenary has all his elbow pads. Cowboy has the full lasso. He doesn't even have full presence. Guys, does he even have 1,000 presence? I don't even think he has his regular ability up yet because he only hit someone one time. He didn't hit me once. He didn't hit anybody else once. He only hit... Yeah, and that's a free kite for me. As soon as he teleports, there's just nothing he can do. He might Umbrella here, and I'll be screwed if he does. Yep. Even with a prediction. Just predicting him to go farther. That's alright. So that was technically a bad play. I should have gone for those 2 pallets. You guys saw those 2 pallets next to me? That's where I should have gone, but those are 2 really bad pallets. So there really isn't that much of a great choice there. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because that was plenty of time for everyone to get to the gate. We're gonna get one more game in. Do I always use Cord over other rescuers? That's a good question. Today... This was a bad day to use Coordinator because we got an extra 100 viewers than normal. I made Mercenary. I don't use Coordinator. I use Mercenary. That's what I did the rescue guide with. That's what you guys should be using. You shouldn't be using Coordinator because of all the reasons I'm saying. She's just a really risky character. There are hunters that hard counter her. There are some hunters she hard counters, but they're most likely not going to be played. Yeah, if you want a guaranteed good rescue where it'll be difficult to mess up, you should use Mercenary. Absolutely. You should be using Gravekeeper as your secondary rescuer. This guy's amazing as well. He has amazing kiting, amazing rescue ability. In my basement guide, I'm going to show you guys how to enter every basement properly because you can't enter it however you like. You actually leave a hole behind, and if the hunter drops down that hole, they're going to have no recovery and they're going to knock you down. So there's a good place and a bad place to use the shovels. Coordinator is just a fun joke. Coordinator, I only use Coordinator because I used to use her back in season 1 through 7. That was for over a year. So she's not really as good anymore, but with Sculptor's release, there is more reason to use Coordinator than before. First Officer is better than Wildling, but First Officer is actually worse than both Gravedigger and Mercenary. And if it's a Penguin or a Sculptor, he's actually worse than Coordinator. Normally he's better. If it's Bluckwing or Dreamwitch, he's usually better. Well, not against Dreamwitch. Rank ended, yeah. We're not gonna get a match. It's definitely not up to opinion. Wildling just sucks. No doubt about it. I guess that's technically still also an opinion, but whatever. To each their own. Hello, Reinar. I think I saw you in the last stream, or earlier in the stream. What support characters do I like and dislike for rank? Jeez, you guys have so many questions. No. Okay, good support characters. Seer, Priestess. Cowboy used to be good. He's not as good anymore, but he's still solid. Forward's a great support character. Prospector sometimes works. Who else is a good support? Barmaid is not a good support, by the way. Postman is okay. Painter is OP if you get the Hunter's Image in case ahead of time. We're not gonna get a game. Thoughts on oh my gosh. Thoughts on Prisoner, let me go back. Someone asked about Gardener. Yoshi Galaxy. I love Super Mario Galaxy, but Gardener actually it was like a year ago now. She used to not have this ability for protection. There was a rework where they changed ability of Gardener, and it used to be that hunters couldn't repair rocket chairs, so they had to use abnormal on it. But as a result, she didn't have any protection. And so they reworked her so you can destroy the rocket chairs and you could repair them. But then there was another problem of now hunters can repair them, and your ability early game only lasts 50 seconds. So I would make Gardener be able to break rocket chairs and hunters can't repair them anymore. Because that's the only reason she was good. She was a troll character too. She wasn't even that good. Now she can't even troll. Thoughts on Acrobat? Acrobat is only... Look, I'll tell you Acrobat is not good, but in reality, he's solid. He's an A-tier character. The reason I will tell you he's not a good character is because of Bluckwing and Dreamwitch. If they go those two characters, you're gonna die. The balls won't help you. The only place they'll help you though is Circus. If you play Acrobat on Moonlit, you're gonna win the game. Acrobat. He's okay on most maps. He's a little bit circumstantial, but you can make the balls work. And on Circus, he's OP. Use him on Circus. On Moonlit, I should say. Thoughts on Prisoner. Oh, thoughts on Painter. Painter needs a nerf. Painter is broken. If you saw the beginning of the stream, I was raging at Painter. Painter needs a nerf. Big nerf. Okay, thoughts about Prisoner. Prisoner is actually a very good survivor. But he's not balanced because Bluckwing and Dreamwitch exists. Because of those two hunters, he's just really bad. He just gets destroyed by those two hunters. Otherwise, he's really solid. He helps the rescuers finish their ciphers on time so no one has to walk up to them and finish them. Because it wastes a lot of time walking to ciphers. If you can finish it from a distance without ever having to walk to it while working on your own, that's great value. That's really good. So if you're never being chased, Prisoner is really good. But if you get chased by a Bluckwing or a Dreamwitch, you're screwed. If you're chased by anyone else, you have a good chance. I mean, you definitely have a chance of kiting Violinist and Bonbon and all those other hunters. It's not great, but he's still very viable if those are the hunters you're facing. What do I think about Barmaid? Lantern. Lantern, there's too many questions to go over Barmaid now. Do you play Genshin, Psyche? No, I don't play Genshin. I heard it's a good game, but personally I'm just not interested in it. Thing is, I don't know if people say it's good because it has anime characters, and not even gonna lie here, I don't know if people like it because of how the characters look and they just get hard to it, or if you know what I'm saying, or is it because they actually like the game? Do they genuinely like the game? Thoughts on Wu Chang? Wu Chang, he's really weak. He's overrated. Like, just take a look at Wu Chang. What does he have early game? He has this teleport. He has 2 teleports. This Infinite Nirvana really isn't that great because let's say a survivor is approaching a window and you drop this thing on the other side of the window and you wait for them to vault it. And on paper, it seems good. On paper, you think, oh, if they vault it, I'm going to teleport on them. If they don't vault it, I'm going to hit them. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And the reason is the survivor can actually wait on the umbrella. And you think that because they're waiting, you're going to get a hit on them. Well, if the survivor is a good survivor and they know how to fast vault, then they can actually vault faster than you can get your umbrella back in your hand. Because you can't keep this umbrella up forever. It eventually comes back to your hand, and when it does, the survivor just vaults the window faster than you can attack them. Now, if we're talking about surprise factor, it's actually also not that great because you want to know why? I'll tell you why. This is why Wu Chang isn't good. Because of this ping, hunter change target. Survivors will tell each other when you're switching target and you're never going to get a surprise hit on anybody. If you can get presence, then he's not bad. But you're not going to get the presence against survivors that know what they're doing. Let alone kill them, because if you're going against perfumers, you're going to have trouble. You need some mod, Psyche? I know I do. Look, back in the day when I had 30 people on the streams, the only person that needed to be mod was me. Do I think buffing other characters than nerfing them is wrong? Okay, wait. Do I think you should nerf the OP characters rather than buffing past ones? Absolutely. Because the problem is, if you keep making characters, the survivors OP, then what's going to end up happening is the only viable hunters will be Blood Queen and Dream Witch. And I swear, I've repeated this a million times in this stream, but there are several survivors that are actually not viable because of Blood Queen and Dream Witch. Postman, Acrobat, Enchantress, not First Officer, but there are so many survivors that should be S tier but aren't because of hunters. So if we want a balanced game, you need to nerf the OP characters first, because what happens is then the only viable characters are the OP ones. No one's ever going to play anything else. And if you do, you're getting punished for it. Today we got lucky. Today we kept facing Wu Chang, so Coordinator was good. What about Doctor? Doctor is okay. She's obviously really OP against Photographer. Okay against Mad Eyes, because you can heal yourself, but you can't heal others unless people come to you. I mean, same thing with Photographer, but at least Photographer, it takes a lot of time between cameras, so you have time to, like, regroup and heal. Mad Eyes, you don't really get that chance. But Doctor in general is a worse version of Perfumer. If you want a good kiting character, if you're too poor to have all these other OP survivors, Doctor is like the budget version of Perfumer. And Perfumer is a really good survivor. Perfumer is S tier. People just don't use her anymore because Triple Rescuer exists, but she's still S tier. Doctor is like the budget version of that. So if you don't have Perfumer or you don't have any broken character, you should use Doctor. Doctor is solid, but she's also not the best. She will struggle against some hunters, like Penguin. Does Wildling need a buff in saving? I don't even know how they could buff Wildling, dude. Because he moves so slow without his pig, which is a big negative for rescues. And he has no ability to help him rescue. Like, if you have the pig, that's great, but what if you don't have the pig? Then you don't have anything. In fact, you move slower. Psyche, do a video about 72? I don't really know what 72 is. Thoughts on Enchantress? Same thing. If Blood Queen and Dreamwitch didn't exist, she would be a solid character. She probably would be S tier. But because those two exist, she's not S tier. She's A tier because you're gonna get wrecked by those two hunters. But otherwise you can go ahead and use her. She's not bad. Thoughts on Joseph? Joseph is really bad right now. Right now, Joseph relies on luck to win. If you don't have a good early game from the photo world, you're dead. You're gonna lose the game. Guys, my voice is getting so tired, dude. I really should end this stream right about now. Thoughts on Axeboy? Axeboy is an A tier hunter. He's really, really good. Obviously, Dreamwitch is S tier, but if we're gonna talk about A tier hunters, Blood Queen is A tier, Axeboy is A tier. Him and Blood Queen really are close to the same level because he performs really well. He performs better than Blood Queen because Blood Queen, you're dead to triple rescuers. Axeboy, you still have a chance. Kind of. It depends. Violinist, A tier hunter. Like these types of hunters are the good ones. Feaster is, I mentioned earlier, Feaster is, he's good in low tier, but once you get people who know how to counter you, he's actually B tier. Psyche, would you make a tier list? Yes, I would. I should probably do that next. After the, not probably. You guys have so many questions, jeez. Oh, man. How to counter Feaster with kiting and rescue. I made a video on how to rescue against Feaster. I could make a kiting video against Feaster though. That's also pretty easy. How do you counter Gamekeeper? If you're in a pallet scenario where he's holding out his hook and the pallet hasn't been dropped yet, do not drop the pallet, whatever you do, because as soon as you drop the pallet, he's gonna hook you through it. If you're approaching a window, he's gonna try to hook you. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you're ever at a distance against Gamekeeper, you can actually dodge the hook. You can actually move to the side and avoid the hook entirely. But you need to be looking backwards all the time. You need to be looking back, making sure the hunter isn't trying to hook you. If you see their hook shaking, you see them, wrapping around their hook, you need to get ready to dodge to the side. And if you dodge it, then it's a 14-second cooldown. It's so long. You'll be fine if you do that. Thoughts on Lawyer? Lawyer is, they gave him a decode buff so that he's actually a decode character now, but it's not good because by the time you decode one cipher, it's really unlikely that 20% will make a difference at that point. I don't know though, because you know what? Lawyer really isn't that bad. Lawyer isn't that bad. I'll give him that. But I haven't played enough Lawyer. Like, Lawyer is that type of survivor where you could play him, but why? Why would you play him? There's better survivors, way better survivors. And if you want a decoder, then you should really pick one that decodes good the whole game, not just one at the beginning. I mean, late game. Should you buy Ann or Feaster as you go into Saber? You should buy Feaster. Ann, the problem with Ann is that, well, I don't know. I don't know what's good in low tier, guys. Maybe Ann. If you're not very good with the tentacles, Ann would be better. Thoughts on Geisha? Geisha really isn't that good anymore. Her dash is still really good. She can still dash through windows and pallets, but you can also still hug the pallets, and there's like a 50-50 chance she can still go through it. But even if you do, if it's a perfumer, she's perfuming you. If it's a seer, you're getting owled on. If it's a mercenary, you're getting elbow padded on. If it's a forward, you're going to get footballed on, which I guess is a little bit better for Geisha. But then the forward is going to go behind a wall so you can't dash to him. First officer, really great against Geisha. Gravekeeper, don't even need to explain. There's so many things you can do with Gravekeeper against Geisha. The problem with Geisha is that even though her ability isn't bad, because she only has one form of attack, and that's her basic attack, which means she's completely countered by perfumers and seers and gravekeepers. And you could say that against perfumers you could try to bait it, but a good perfumer will reach another pallet before the perfume runs out. That's really the problem with perfumer. I mean, not perfumer, with Geisha. Perfumer's an amazing survivor. Geisha, she used to be S tier back in the day, but as they started releasing Perfumer and Seer and Prospector, Enchantress, First Officer, their Painter, she's just not good anymore. She's not good anymore. She used to be back in the day when the best option was Magician. Thoughts on Ripper? Ripper is my favorite hunter. Ripper is my favorite hunter. I've been playing him since he got buffed in October 2018. And he used to be S tier 2. But then Blood Queen came out, and then Dream Witch people started realizing how broken Dream Witch is. And Ripper really had no place because you had better hunters at that point. And, well, Seer started coming out. Prospector, Enchantress. Enchantress is really only good if you're invisible. Actually, Enchantress really isn't that much of a counter. Gravekeeper, though, destroys him. Painter destroys him. Priestess, you're going to get your butt kicked. You have no chance against Mercenary. Forward, if you're chasing him, good luck with that. Really, your best option is Mechanic, and that's really sad if you can only pick one out of the 4 survivors to chase. He used to be really good back in the day, but now there are too many broken abilities. Who is the best decoder? Is the best one. If you kite well with Mechanic, you win the game. If you kite really bad with Mechanic, you still finish a Cypher, assuming you drop the bot. You should drop a bot as soon as the game starts, so that if you go down, you can keep decoding and you just tie the game for free. Tips for ranking as Manticore. I don't really have a lot of tips, except I don't have hunter tips really. That's like more of an experience thing. If you're experienced with hunter, you'll get better and better, and you'll get past it no problem. Thoughts on Thief? Oh man, Thief used to be an S tier survivor in season 1. He was actually really good against Geisha, but then Perfumer came out, and Seer came out, and Gravekeeper came out, Painter came out. Thief has been outclassed. And let's look at the hunter side. Blood Queen counters Thief. Violinist counters Thief. Any hunter that can turn around while moonwalking counters him. If you have peepers, you can moonwalk a Thief so that the flashlight doesn't shine on you. Dream Witch, you're getting wrecked. Blood Queen, you're getting wrecked. Violinist, you're probably going to get wrecked because your flashlight's useless. Like, at this point, I'm not saying that you will get wrecked, but what I am saying is that you're basically kiting with no item. You're basically kiting like a lucky guy. So, really, Thief is not good. Thoughts on Ripper? I think I already explained that. Ripper used to be S tier, but then they started releasing broken survivors, so he's no longer S tier. Thoughts on Magician? Magician was S tier. But when Perfumer came out, when Seer came out, Prospector, Enchantress, you know the story. If there are better survivors, he's automatically replaced. Also, Penguin's really bad against him. Like, I should say Penguin's really good against him. Like, you can make your way against some of these hunters, but Violinist hits through. He hits through your illusion. I mean, you could illusion ahead of time and confuse the hunter, but that's really risky, because what if you get Terror Shock? What if they blink predict you right as you use the illusion? There's a lot of things that could go wrong with illusion, and it's not worth it. Thoughts on Mind's Eye? Oh yeah, and it's really hard to rescue Magician. Would you say that Perfumer is the best survivor? No, she is not the best survivor. She is one of the best, so you should totally use her. Thoughts on Mind's Eye? Mind's Eye is a B tier survivor. She's probably actually C tier. And why? Dream Witch, Blood Queen, Violinists. You're gonna struggle on the big maps as Mind's Eye. You don't have much of a chance on Lakeside or Circus, because those maps have very split apart palettes. The palettes are very far, which means every time you drop a pallet, you are so slow at dropping it that you won't have time to make it to the next pallet, and it's a whole mess. Your best chance is Arms Factory and Hospital. Those are your best maps for sure. But even then, Blink messes you up, Axe Blade messes you up, Blood Queen messes you up. Every Hunter ability just destroys you. And you know the reason why? Because Mind's Eye has no ability of her own. Her ability doesn't help her kite. Like, you could say that seeing the Hunter is an ability, but then again, most Hunters know where you are. Like, it's very circumstantial. There aren't even that many walls where her ability is useful on. Like, I'm sorry, but Mind's Eye is not good. Thoughts on Sculptor? Sculptor's a really good Hunter. You should use her. Okay, enough said. Her statues are really good. Oh man, there's so much. Posty Boy. Posty Boy is an A tier survivor. Like, he's B. He's B, maybe A. He's really good when he gives you a deco letter. That's really good. But if you don't get a deco letter, he is like, ugh. The rescue letter doesn't really help. The end game letter, the dungeon letter, is only good at end game. And it's no guarantee that the person you send it to will open the gate. What if they're the person who kites? Like, he's circumstantial. When you send... There's a lot... I could make a whole video on Posty Boy. His only good letter is the decoding letter. The rescue letter is a nice touch, but it doesn't really help that much. And I can tell you that from rescue experience. It doesn't really make a difference. Urgent letter, it's supposed to help with kiting, but if you send it to a person, you don't know if they'll even survive by the time your dog arrives. Farewell letter, same thing. It's really risky sending letters to people who are kiting, because what if they go down? Your only good two letters are the decode letter and the dungeon letter. That shows you the location of the dungeon. Everything else is like, you either send it to the mercenary, and the mercenary, like, it really doesn't matter from anyway, or you use the letters on yourself if they're not good on other people. It's too circumstantial, really. Oh, and then he gets destroyed by Blood Queen and Dream Witch. We can't forget that, guys. I have to mention it every single time you guys ask me. Every single time. Is Geisha S tier? No, she is B tier. Geisha used to be S tier in season 1 and 2. Now she's not. If you could remove one Hunter and one Survivor, who would I remove? Remove Dream Witch. And how much battery do I have? Who else would I remove? Some of these survivors can be balanced, but others can't really be balanced. Seer? I don't know if we should get rid of Seer, because he's a nice touch to the game. He really makes that cooperation in a team. I don't think any survivor should be removed, because all of them can be balanced. You can balance each of these so that they are balanced. Dream Witch, you're not going to balance her without making her garbage. If I had to remove a survivor, it would probably be... You see, it would have to be Mercenary, I guess. Mercenary is way too broken. But you can balance Mercenary. You can make it so every rescuer on the team makes all other rescuers decode 10% slower. And that way he's not as broken if you have a triple or a duo rescue team. Thoughts on Sculptor? I think I answered that. She's good Hunter. Oh my gosh, cats. Here's the problem with badges. I can rant about badges all day. Badges are so overrated. You can get a S badge on any survivor and any hunter. Assuming, well, I shouldn't say any hunter. Any hunter is only if you're low tier. If you try, like, actually I should say, you can still win with hunters and be S tier and high tier. There really is no hunter that you can't be S tier with and prove people wrong. That it is a decent hunter. But the problem is, any hunter you play that is B and lower, you're going to struggle with, you're going to lose games more often simply because the survivors have stronger abilities than you do. And occasionally, you'll get a survivor that messes up. Occasionally, you'll get a survivor that is in a bad area. Occasionally, you get the terror shock, you know. But that's all luck-based. That's not skill-based anymore. Now you're hoping that you're screwing up on the survivor's end. If you're hoping the survivor screws up, then you're playing a bad hunter. You're not playing the top-tier hunter if now there really isn't anything you can do. Like, that's why Mercenary and Forward are broken, because the hunters can't do anything against them. That's why they need to be nerfed. Barmaid or Doctor? Doctor. Barmaid is garbage. Don't use Barmaid. You hate Mercenary in your team? Well, assuming you're playing with good people. Alright, guys, do I think that the game is survivor-sided? Yes, it is. It is survivor-sided. Thoughts on Bonbon? Bonbon is an amazing hunter. He's really good chaseability, really good pal breaking speed, really good window vaulting speed, really good recovery after you hit someone, really good chair camping. His only problem is he has no mobility, so he can't really control the map very well. And if someone keeps using speed boost against you, or they use abilities to transition, you're gonna get messed up. Otherwise, he's a great hunter. Cats. I know you want to believe that Spider is A tier, but the B tier hunters are only A tier if you master them. Like, yeah, Cats, your Spider is definitely A or S tier. It's amazing. Spider is still a really good hunter, guys. Guys, Spider is probably still S tier, actually. What am I talking about? Spider is still a really good hunter, but she's really difficult to use, is the problem. You have to bait out so many things before you can start chaining those webs. You absolutely have to chain triple webs if you're going to get the hit. At least double. Anyway. Bro, take back that Barmaid slander? No. Barmaid is bad. Is a bad survivor. She's circumstantial. Anyway, guys, I gotta end the stream. My battery's at 2%. Thank you guys so much for popping in. I need a big water break after that. Spider's viable tournament too. There you go. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said B tier. Spider is S tier. If you ban the right survivors, she is S tier. I mean A tier. Well, maybe A tier, S tier. Who knows? It really depends. Spider is A, always draw. That's the problem with Spider, is that how often will you win games? You know, compared to tying them. You want to win games, not tie them. But tie is always better than a loss. It just, if you're going for a tie hunter, you should probably be picking Blood Queen, honestly. Alright. Thank you guys so much for coming. It's incredible. We had 200 viewers. And it's also incredible my battery lasted at 1% for the past 30 minutes. Really, I'm so thankful for you guys. I need to release another video for you all. You guys have been so generous to me, and my battery life ran out. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I will catch you all next Thursday. I'm going to stream in 3 days from now. I have a streaming schedule. Thank you guys so much for watching.